are visible.
They've seen our content, they know who we are. It came to the point where nationwide people were reaching out to her, utilizing social media and becoming that celebrity.
As when you're a small business owner, you becoming the face of your organization. The insurance industry has always been a relationship industry. Video is huge, everyone.
Conversations are the currency of this industry. I'm David Dinning, one of the co-founders of Jumpstart Go, along with Elle and our other partner, Renee. And we started this group, Marketing for Insurance Agents, that we run for you guys, really as a free resource for you guys to connect with other agents, have discussions, chat with each other, best practices, find referral partners, all kinds of really, really awesome things that we want for you guys. And we want to be the most valuable resource, period.
Hey everyone, my name is Elle Dinning. I'm a co-founder along with David. And yeah, I work a lot on the marketing side of what Jumpstart Go does. And I also coach on that inside of the Closers Click. David and I collectively through MFIA have done over 2 million in revenue, specifically using social media. So exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to hit the major highlights that we find most important for agents as they're getting started with building their brand, or even if they have an established brand. We really believe that you're gonna pick up some great information and value on today's training. So I'm super pumped to be talking about this because this is a method that literally any business owner can implement inside of their businesses to get more eyeballs on their products, on their offerings, on their service. And the work that we do in the insurance space is super important, super valuable. So I'm really excited to dive in with everyone today.
Do you guys know why State Farm, Allstate, and Progressive are among the top 5 companies in the US? Why is that? And it's not because they write the best policies, although I'm sure they're good, or even offer the best prices, which are usually not the cheapest. It's because they have the best brands. See, everyone can recognize a Jake from State Farm ad. Don't sue us. It's hard to forget what each of the company's logos look like as well. All of these things serve to help generate awareness, trust, and eventually sales. So how do agency owners like yourself create your own type of brand? How can you put yourself out there to get more sales, referrals, and leads? And what's the best way to build your brand online in 2023? Today, we're going to talk about the exact strategy to get recognized all over the country and build a community of 28,000 insurance agents, or basically 30,000 insurance agents right now, and leverage a simple social media presence to help bring you more warm leads consistently that know you, that want you to help them, that are ready for you to help them, maybe even that you educated them into being almost the perfect client as well. And if you guys want more people coming to you, ready for you to help them and write business for them versus going out and trying to find those people, or in addition to that, then this is what we're going to talk about right here on utilizing social media for that growth of your business. So Elle, let's kick it off. Let's start with a story about why brand recognition is so important.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you all got my email. If you're on our email list, then we do send daily emails of value and everything. And we were talking about why it's important to build brand recognition, why it's important to be visible. And we're going to dive a little bit more into that. But on Friday, David and I both went and got our hair cut, and it's a salon I've been going to for years. It's actually a really good friend of mine that cuts hair and does an awesome job, and kind of like been with her since she launched her salon 6 years ago. But in the chair that was across from me, she's like, "Hey, Elle, do you remember Christina?" And I'm like, kind of like, "Yeah, I think I do." And Christina, who's in the chair across from me, she's like, "Yeah, I see your content all the time. I'm in your Facebook group." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, wow." And I remembered that, I'd connected with her like 7 years ago at a local networking event. At that time, David and I were, focused on marketing for local service-based businesses. We hadn't niched down to the insurance space yet, but it was so interesting to me, like how quickly she recognized me, and that immediately she was like, "I see you on Facebook. I'm in your group. I get your emails," all of this stuff. And it was 7 years ago that I had connected with her. And it's so powerful building a brand where you are visible, where you're utilizing social media, and where you really have that power of recognition that people can immediately recall who you are, what you do, and that they're associating that that with value that you've brought to them as well. So we're going to be diving into how powerful this is and actually how to start doing this. David and I, it doesn't matter what industry event we go to, every single industry event that we go to that is for the insurance space, we have people that seek us out, that thank us for the content, that, say, I recognize you. I see you on Facebook. I'm in your Facebook group, or I get your emails. And we've even had people that have come to our office before, like they've looked us up on Google Maps and they've brought gift baskets thanking us for the content that we put out in marketing for insurance agents, because we are visible. And, we started marketing for insurance agents in 2018. The strategies that we're talking about are not a magic bullet or an overnight type of a thing, but this is really when you're dedicated to building a brand and having a mission around that brand and consistently delivering value to people, how much of an impact that can have. Sometimes you don't even really realize it too until people start coming up to you and you're like, oh, I recognize you, I know you. And this is also true for a lot of our clients that are very active on social media, as well as active locally with their in-person networking events. They have people, they'll walk into a room and people already know them, already know what they do before they even, get up to do their elevator pitch.
Love it. And I mean, it's so powerful. I mean, we think about social media as, oh, how do I get viewed more online? How do I get in front of people online, connect with people online? But in reality, it really helps bridge that gap in person too, like Ella was talking about, and in your local community. So another example of that is a client of ours, Matt Harms, started doing videos on social as well, and reels and other stuff. And, brand himself as your extremely friendly insurance agent, talking about different things and everything on these videos, and then starts going to different networking events and, networking, events and BNIs and other things as well. And when he rocks in the room, people are like, oh, Matt, I've been watching your videos for a long time. I'm a big fan. I love them, and I need to connect to talk to you about insurance or potentially be a referral partner and stuff like that. And Matt's never met them before, doesn't even know their name. Like, they literally just have been seeing the content online. So they were already warmed up and ready to potentially work with them or send business to him, all that sort of stuff, before he even met them in real life and in person. And so it's so powerful to help bridge that gap, both in local community and people you meet, and becoming a celebrity with, without ever having met the people as well. So, like Elle said, when we go to different events, I can pretty much count on someone coming up and being like, hi, how's it going? Want to introduce myself, that they've seen our content, they know who we are. And, we start off with no one knowing who we were, right? And so everybody's starting off there, and social media allows you to build that, especially if you know what you're doing, very quickly. Very much you can become almost, celebrity overnight, or the person the people are coming to being like, man, that's the insurance agent I want to work with. That's the insurance agent I want to do business with. So it's so powerful. And we talked about the power like on a local level there, but one more story that I wanted to share too was another client of ours, and actually she was actually teaching today in our programs, because that's where she's come to in her journey. But her name's Kelly Spees, and she used this not only on the local level with social, but when she started focusing on social and wanting to become the agent to go to, the agent known for commercial food truck insurance, and putting that in place, and basically doing content about this and video and getting in front of people on social and putting the stuff out there consistently, it came to the point where nationwide people were reaching out to her to do business with her, refer business with her, to want to be on her videos that she was putting out and highlighted, and then getting connected with food truck manufacturers that wanted to send her business, and all kinds of amazing things. All just came from for free, utilizing social media and becoming that celebrity. And so it's possible, it's powerful, and it's something that you should be taking advantage of, because how much more awesome and amazing is it when people come to you already wanting to do business with you? They got already like, yeah, I already understand what I need. I know I don't need full coverage or state limits. I want actual, full protection, or, oh, I realize how important life insurance is now, or I realize the difference between term and whole, or whatever it is. They're already coming because you've already helped educate them. They already see you as authority. They like you and they want to do business with you. And that's powerful, right? That's way better than like calling someone's like, why are you calling? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need that, or whatever. And not that there's not also opportunity there, but it's amazing when warm people come and want you to help them, right? Oh,
absolutely. And that is really the power of building a brand. And a lot of times when we talk about branding, this is something that I've learned a ton about in my journey as even a marketing strategy. So your marketing really should be driving sales to your business. And it's not just about a nice website or a nice logo or having pretty colors. And a lot of times when we work with new business owners and when they're thinking branding, they're thinking the logo, they're thinking colors, but really branding is actually like you. As when you're a small business owner, you becoming the face of your organization, you becoming the face of your brand is so much more powerful than a logo or colors will ever be. So I have, new agents or new business owners that I work with all the time, and they want input on logos or on these colors, and which I'm happy to provide feedback on, but I never want that to be a distraction for somebody that's new in business, because the reality of it is that people are they're going to resonate with you as the business owner, you as the agent, and how you show up. And social media gives you the opportunity to do just like what we're doing right now, to show up on video, to show up in your social media posts, whether it's a selfie, maybe it's you're out in the community doing something, maybe you're featuring other businesses. All of this content that you're putting out is going towards building your brand. It's all around the messaging and the who that you want to reach, which is and around your mission. And all of those things are what makes a much more impactful brand than logos, websites, or colors. So I did want to point that out. That's really why we talk about being known, being recognized. So many agents that we work with want to hide. They don't want to put their faces out. They don't want to put videos out because, they don't want to be visible. Because what are we taught? We're taught that it's bad manners to draw attention to yourself, like not to be seen, that we should be humble, that there's all of these mindset things that we're taught, that you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself for, whatever reason. But the reality is that we really should learn that being visible, being a mouthpiece for our business, for our organization, is our moral and ethical responsibility. If we believe that what we are doing is impacting lives for the better, then it is our moral and ethical responsibility to be as visible as possible. So that's something that I remember I read that came from Expert Secrets, and I still remember reading that line for the first time about the importance of marketing yourself as hard as you possibly can, the importance of marketing your business. And if what you have really helps people, then your number one responsibility is to get in front of as many eyeballs as possible so that you have an opportunity to help people.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, people work with people, not companies, not websites, not because they like a particular color. It's because they want to work with that person. So this is your opportunity to get in front of people, show them why working with you is a good idea, why you're an expert in this, an authority, why what you can do can help, and really build trust with them and have them coming to you. So it's so powerful. So let's talk a little bit more about how you do this, why this is good, how does that work. Obviously getting in front of people is great, obviously, and social media allows you to do that. In fact, social media is where your audience is at. Like, rather than trying to go out and find people, if I said, okay, go out into outside and go find me 50 people that want insurance right now that are ready to buy, then I'd let you go, and you would run around, knock doors, try to find people, try to go to businesses, talk to people and stuff like that. Take forever, and you kind of shoot in the dark a little bit and stuff, trying to find where that audience is. Are they in this house or are they in this house? Social media, they're already there. There's 2 billion plus people on Facebook. There's your target audience right there. They even sometimes get specifically into targeted Facebook groups of that audience and all these things, wherever they're there. So that's why this is such a big opportunity. Your audience is already gathered. It's now your chance to now get in front of them. And why are you the person to work with? What can you do that you're the agent they want to use? So why should we build recognition as insurance agents? I know we talked about this a little bit. Elle, you already went into this a little bit on why that's so important, but getting in a little bit on how we do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to the success of our businesses, for one. So we want to be successful in running a business well. We have to be good at marketing. It's just the reality of it. We have to be good at marketing and we have to be good at sales. No matter where you are in your business journey, if you're just getting started or if you're building a multi-million-dollar business, you have to be good at marketing and sales, and you have to understand it. It is literally core to every single business. And so being able to generate leads in some capacity and convert those leads into sales, that is like a basic function of a business. So creating brand recognition is a really great way to start moving yourself out of the leads game. So it's something that we talk about a ton. If you're new to MFIA, we really believe in having a diversified pipeline, having a pipeline that doesn't just rely on one source. There's a lot of different ways to acquire leads, but we don't necessarily believe in just relying on one source. We really believe that agents should be building personal brands on social media, leveraging marketing, leveraging social media strategies so that they can become known in not even in their local communities, but beyond, like Kelly Spies, for example, who's built a national brand in food truck insurance specifically. And why is that important to your business? Well, first off, it's going to help you take a step back from the leads game and not rely solely on just purchasing leads. While, that can be an effective strategy, we also believe that, your leads, your conversations should also be generated through building relationships with people as well. And traditionally, historically, before we lived in the age of digital, you would, shake the hands at those networking events. David and I did a ton of that when we first started. We did a lot of in-person networking, and we still do. We still really try to see people in person. We really believe in building relationships. The insurance industry has always been a relationship industry, and business in general is built on relationships. And what social media does is it allows you to accelerate that relationship building process so that you are being visible. You're showing up in somebody's social media news feed on a regular basis, and whether they're commenting on your content or not, they're seeing you. They're seeing your face day over day over day. If you're consistently posting on social media and you're connected with them, your content is being delivered to them, then day after day, they are seeing your face. And just by having that repetition and that frequency of showing up in their social media feed is going to help you become known with that person. So when we start talking about brand recognition and branding and, getting celebrity-like status, what we're talking about is consistently showing up for your audience, for people that are potential clients, and also people that are potential referral partners. So right now inside of the Closers Click, we are doing an entire series on building referral partnerships and how to set those up so that they become additional lead sources for the agents that are inside of the Closers Click, and how to develop those so that they can rely on those referrals coming in. Kelly Spies did an awesome training today talking about how to use video in a way to connect with potential referral partners, how to deepen relationship with referral partners, how to add value to referral partners, all through social media. So if you're not using social media, if you're not thinking about first how you can be seen on social media, but then also how you can start creating strategic connections with people that also serve your same demographic, and then you're missing out on a huge opportunity to not only generate leads and referrals for free that are warm, but also how to develop long-term relationships. Like going back to the story that I talked about of, someone that I probably would have forgotten, and she would have forgotten me if it hadn't been social media that kept us connected over the past 7 years. That is so crazy to me. It was like we met, and we were involved in a networking event together 7 years ago. And we probably, without social media, we probably would have just been strangers in a salon. But social media kept us in front of each other for the past 7 years. So think about the power of that as far as when you start layering in social media into what you're already doing, especially if you're already out in the community, if you're already a part of networking events. Social media is a way for you to stay in front of your audience, in front of your referral partners, in front of your potential leads and referrals on a daily basis. Like, we live in such a time that this is right at our fingertips.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing the opportunities, because it's beyond what most agents view as the initial opportunity, right? And, that is prospects, right? If I use social media, I'm getting in front of my audience and prospects that may want to work with me, do business with me, buy insurance with me, which of course, that's a huge opportunity. That's right there. But I would like agents to realize too, what more value there is even beyond that. So the next thing is strategic referral partners. Your referral partners get to see you and start building trust there. Someone they potentially want to work with, someone who's doing good content, that's explaining things, that has a consultative approach, a good personality, that clicks with them, that clicks with their audience. You know what? I really like how David is doing his post and explaining, I don't expense insurance, and that's my audience, seniors as well. I'd love to connect. I think we can do a lot of stuff together. And I've seen a lot of his stuff, and he's someone I would want to work with. Or someone that seems to have a lot of attention online, that seems like a good opportunity to be connected with him as well. See, you're generating these opportunities as well through social, as strategic referral partner relationships. You see a real estate agent or a loan officer start seeing your content, being like, yeah, that's the person I want to send through for my homeowner's insurance. That's the person I want to take care of my clients. You're building that as well. And so many of those opportunities come through social as well. And then just staying on your clients' minds as well. I was talking about how just a networking person that we had met continued to know who we were and see our content. But think about your clients as well. I mean, people, I think, discount being friends with your clients on social and seeing them as well, because they're going to be your biggest testimonials and referrals and everything there. So you being on social reminds them, oh yeah, I have someone I need to send over to David because he needs help also, or my cousin needs help. That's right. That's a reminder. I need to do that. So by you staying in front of their minds, you're staying or putting that content out, you're staying top of mind. And so they're like, oh yeah, right, I need to make this referral. I need to make this referral. And then that's not to mention the other opportunities that come out of it as well. Like, as you're doing this, as you're building an audience, of people being like, man, he's got a lot of people paying attention to him, a lot of people that want to work with him, a lot of people that are getting insurance from him. Well, then you get asked like, oh, would you like to speak at this conference or this event? Or would you like to come in and do a training for our company on really like planning for retirement or planning for, as they approach Medicare or whatever? Or like, would you like to come into this event? Blah, 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 blah. All these sort of things come from this. So you're not just getting in front of prospects. You have unlimited opportunities through really building your brand. How many people just like, oh, I know every jingle for State Farm and Progressive and Allstate because I've seen the commercial enough time. I know they're big. I know they're huge. I know they sponsor everything. I know their brand so well. And yeah, if I had to tell someone to go get insurance and all I knew is what I saw on TV, I'd send them to one of those things. Well, you want that to be you, like, off social, like, hey, I'm the person people see, want to do business with, especially when you can get it towards just your target audience that is really doing that or whatever. Because when we really put our brand together well and position everything well in our videos, all that sort of stuff, then it attracts our ideal audience and it repels our unideal audience that we don't necessarily want to do business and stuff there. And so it works out really well. So I just want you guys to realize how important that is. And so, Elle, what is one of the most important things they can do on social that's really going to help with them? What type of content is so powerful?
Video. Video is huge, everyone. We are in the age of video. And I know we've done training specifically on video marketing, why video is so important. And I would encourage everybody to start posting videos as frequently as possible. We are like I said, in a day and age where video is king, and it's going to continue to rule as far as the number one type of content that you can be producing and putting out right now, because that is the types of content that people are consuming. Consumers feel more confident in buying products from businesses that are producing video content. And there's actually less competition because there's not as many businesses that are doing video marketing, even though it is such a huge opportunity, especially this type of content where you're going live and using a live stream type of video. only 17% of businesses are actually utilizing that. I don't have the specific stats for the insurance space, but I got to imagine it's a
Lower.
fraction of that. So think about the opportunity that you have to be visible, be in front of people, and connect with people in a way that is true to you. That's the thing. When you show up on video, and especially a live video like this type of setting that we're doing, really gives people the opportunity to know you and to hear your voice and see the way that you're interacting, and in a way to like kind of spend time with you. And that's how that trust is built. And it's kind of the next best thing that we have to actually being in person and having a face-to-face type of conversation with them. And because people are such consumers of content instead of creators, we have like a creator deficit as well. There are too few creators and way too many consumers. That is why, social media platforms reward video, because the social media platforms want good content to deliver on their platform so that people stay on the platform. So if you are a creator and a contributor of content, you're already positioning yourself as an authority, and you're already giving something to the platform that you're creating for that's going to incentivize people to stay on. So you're going to get more eyeballs on your content. So if you're not using video as a way to connect with your audience, I highly encourage you to do that. Even if you want to start out, okay, well, maybe it's scary to do a live video, maybe start with some short form video. Short form video is very popular right now on Instagram, Reels, and TikTok. And so even just putting together a quick 30-second tip for people based off of frequently asked questions that you get from your clients, or how you helped somebody today, and a quick story, or somebody in your office that you want to highlight, or a team member you want to give a shout out to. All of that is such important and interesting content. A lot of times we don't think it's interesting because it's our world, it's our lives, but other people want to know. That's why, we're social beings and we're social creatures, and there's a reason why social media is so huge, is because we're social. So be thinking about that. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or crazy produced, but just doing quick 30-second videos every single day can be huge in building your brand and showing up consistently for your audience and giving them consistent content that they can consume.
Yeah. And in reality, like in the goal of what you're doing here and doing on social is conversation, is getting those conversations, those discussions going, chatting with people, and you're bringing people to you for these conversations, or in private messenger or whatever and stuff. Is you're getting the chance to talk with people, get these conversations going, because that's where the opportunities are. Conversations are the currency of this industry, and doing this effectively is what leads to lots of these conversations, whether it's prospects, strategic referral partners, or both. That's what really comes through these conversations. And so that's what it's allowing you to do here. So it's very, very powerful. That's why we teach this so much inside of our programs and focus on this so much, because it's really powerful. And for those thinking like, okay, what can social media really do? That's where we have clients doubling, tripling production using just social media alone and really leveraging that. Maybe they've even been really, really successful on the lead side and have a great system there. Well, they're adding in this also, and that's only helping them become more profitable off what they're doing as well. And so it's really, really powerful. Want to really emphasize that. And with it, it's just part of a strategy. It's part of what you're leveraging for your business is going to make you more profitable, and just a huge opportunity. And it's not going anywhere. Social media is getting bigger and bigger. Video is getting bigger and bigger. You haven't learned it yet. You haven't put it in place now. You're just getting more and more behind the curve the longer you wait. And that's why we help so much with that, because it is so powerful. We did a live like a week or two ago with Nancy, who literally has grown her agency 330% to $3.3 million or ever. And that's off referral partners and people seeing what she's doing, wanting to do more with her and stuff like that, and just leveraging that brand of hers and working with her. And it's so powerful. Another 19-year-old like writing 30,000 and recruiting off of TikTok and social media for free. And there's just so much you can do on these platforms, and that's just a couple examples, but there's so many. So if this is something you haven't leveraged yet, you need to leverage. So check out some of the trainings we've done in here, and also can talk about our programs where we're really helping people do this and giving them exact strategies, helping them through everything, answering questions, put the stuff in place to get those results directly, along with other really serious agents that are looking to build and scale their businesses as well.